talk about a man who needs no introduction. And, you know, there is a benefit to being a sibling. I get to know my brother on a deeper level than what you might find on a resume. But Mike has many accomplishments to be proud of. He was top of his undergraduate class at Harvard. He was an All-American diver. He received a master's in musculoskeletal sciences at Oxford, where he was also part of the crew team. And then he went on to get a PhD in molecular pharmacology at New York University. But in addition to all these accomplishments, there are some things that only a brother or a close family member would remember from a time when accolades and prestige were distant thoughts. Before Mike was an all-star athlete, he literally reached for the stars. Mike and I used to go to a summer tennis camp together at in Michigan when we were kids. And the tennis instructor was on one side of the court, and Mike and I were on the other. The tennis instructor would volley over to Mike, and Mike would wind up and smack the tennis ball all the way to the ceiling. And this indoor tennis court was at least 3 stories high. The tennis ball would bounce off the top, and the tennis instructor would look something like this, trying to get the ball back to our side of the court. Once we realized where all this power and hyperactivity came from, Mike received his first ban from the Snack Shack. On another occasion, Mike and I used to go to another summer camp called Camp Michigania, also in Michigan. And you know, most of the time these summer camps have an agenda. The kids go out, they ride horses, they do a little archery, they get on a boat, they sing some songs, they go to the field and play some games. But Mike was MIA the moment the day started. And the only time we ever saw Mike was when he was running back to us, followed by a swarm of bees with Fun Dip in his hand. And that constituted his second ban from the Snack Shack. Mike and I also used to go to Tenafly Swim Club, which is here in New Jersey. And one day, our father was walking out of the swim club to the ice cream truck. And as he got closer, he seemed to notice a familiar face on the side of the ice cream truck. When he got right up to the side of the ice cream truck, he saw Mike's face plastered on the side. With the grimace, he looked at the driver. He said, "Hey, why is my son's face on your ice cream truck?" The driver retorted, "Excuse me, sir, but this is one of our best customers." So it was after that Dad knew where all his money and funds were going, so Mike had to be sequentially weaned from his visits to the ice cream truck. At that same swim club, Mike and I were on the swim team together, and Mike got up on the blocks one day for a swim competition, and Mom was on the sidelines, and Mom was cheering for him. So Mom said, "Go, Mike!" And Mike thought that was the start of the race, so Mike went. Before the gun and starter went off, Mike dove straight off, and that about ended his swim career, but that launched his diving career. His dive was very good, and he actually went on to be an Olympic trial finalist in diving. I may have saved a couple of Mike's favorites. I'm surprised the FDA still allows these things to be made these days. All they had to do was look at all the hyperactivity in kids, Mike being a prime example. But I have tucked away in this tux 2 of Mike's favorites.
Oh no.
Yeah? We have a triple pack of Fun Dip. And another one of Mike's favorites, we have a whole box of Nerds. Now, some may say Mike's greatest accomplishment was becoming an Olympic trial finalist, and others may say that it was his long road to his PhD that it was his greatest accomplishment. But meeting Brenda may have just topped all of that. I remember when Mike first told me about Brenda, he said, "I met this girl and she understands all of my pop culture and gaming references." And I said, "Wait a second. You met somebody who knows when you say you're exactly what that is? And he said yes, and I knew at that point they were a great match. Brenda is clever, she's witty, she's smart, and she often gives Mike a lot of comical beef, and I think that is good for him, that will keep him in line. But I hope that together you can start to reverse some of the Snack Shack bands that Mike has accumulated over time. And with that, I wish you both the best.
Once again, let's give Monica and Matthew a big, big round of applause. In a few short moments, dinner will be making its way to your tables. Please enjoy.